want. We could just.
Oh, it started right now.
The pre-race commentary. I mean, we got tonight's. We got You Already Heard in that one car, and that
you
that
would
black
bring
one
up an
order right down the line, man. And I'm telling you, You Already Heard, and that one, that Monster Energy one, that night. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he races tonight. And you've got obviously Kevin in the 2 running that Miller Lite scheme, or rather the genuine draft scheme, who won. Keenitz, who actually won the Cup poll for the fan vote. He's going to be racing in that Austin Dillon 3 car, 3 Chevy, another FBGM guy. Jagboy, who we just talked to, he's going to be in 10 after getting that race win. And then you got Big Jim in the 11 tonight. He's gonna he actually just won at Indy, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he put on a show. Definitely had a couple of good starts in the Cup Series after being in the Xfinity Series. He's another guy where we don't really know what he's gonna have tonight. You know, we've never seen him at Charlotte, but at the same time, he's been showing speed all season long. So, you know, another Xfinity guy like Jagboy, you know, like Max Boost. You know, some of these guys they can make some noise. But with the next guy in the line, I mean, going down, we got 10 drivers. The next guy's in the 18. We got Shadowhawk. He's actually relatively new to the league, Cup guy, but he's been leading the field lately. He's been a fairly dominant force in the Cup Series. It'll be interesting to see how he does. You know, it's just so exciting tonight with all these guys in this field. You know, we got K-Bart in the 41 winning this stage 2. You got Mr. Williams in the 42 after an impressive win earlier this season. Captain Killam, who's leading the Cup points, I believe, right now in that 48. He was in the lobby earlier with us. And obviously Max Boost, who's been just lighting it up in the Xfinity Series. You know, you look across the board of all these 10 guys, and they're stout. The talent from top.
Oh, excellent introduction there, Doc. I'm pretty proud of you there, buddy. Definitely a lot of talent here tonight. Only 10 cars, so it should be, for the most part, clean compared to like a 20-car lobby. I am about to invite Gator. Gator's going to join us in the booth for this all-star race. If I can find him. Gator. And I believe it's his money that's going up too, so that's good. Gator, there you are. There you go. Alright, so we got Gator coming to the booth. Now, it kind of sucks we lost all those viewers that we had earlier.
We'll get them back.
If I knew it was only 5 minutes, I probably would have just kept it live. But oh well. So we had 3 Fords advance on qualifying there with stage wins and then the race win. Only one Chevrolet moved on through the qualifying race, and that was the 62 of Max Boost and that Brendan Gaughan machine. The Fords have been kind of underperforming this year, but they're showing up strong here when money's on the line.
Yeah, it's been definitely interesting this season how things have gone. I mean, the Chevys have definitely, in my opinion, been the most dominant. But you know, these guys on the Fords, even some of these Toyotas. I mean, Shadowhawk to me in that 18, and that Toyota Chevy, the Candyman machine, that thing's gonna be fast tonight. So I'm interested to see how he makes his way through the field. If he starts on a pole, I mean, we'll see if he can set sail and if he can pull away from some of these guys like Captain Killam, Max Boost. You know, You Already Heard. There's a lot of guys here. Big Jim, Kevin. You know, Mr. Williams, all of them, they're all really good. So I don't think you're going to see a lot of guys, you know, get distance on the pack. I think a lot of these guys aren't going to be able to pull away. You're going to get a couple packs, but you know,
yeah, we got a lot of talent tonight, a lot of equal talent. Speaking of talent, we've just been joined by one of the league creators, Gator Mike.
What's this talent you speak of? Because because I do not possess it.
I thought you had it, man, but I think Heat between the difference between Heat 3 and Heat 4, I think it still got you stumped. Big fall off for me.
Got some work to do. I haven't picked up on Heat 4 as quickly as I picked up on Heat 3, but next season I'll be coming with a vengeance, and hopefully I can pick up my performance later this season as well.
Would you say next season would be an avenged fail?
Oh, hell.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the worst pun of the evening.
You're the one that brought up avenged, alright, and it didn't expect me to build off of it, so that's your fault.
Yeah, I mean, you literally called him out.
No, it was a fun race. There was a lot of excitement. I made a couple daring moves that I probably wouldn't have made if it was a points race, but, you know, it's for the All-Star race. It's for money. We got a prize on the line, so I kind of had to make those moves.
For sure. So I saw you take it 3 wide there, Charlotte, which is a little bit uncharacteristic out of that 0-0 machine. But it put you in the third place there.
Yeah, it got pretty close. The highest I got was third, but it was a 2-car breakaway by the time I got to third place. Jagboy and Lieutenant Crunch were already gone.
Yeah, what a finish there. What kind of seat of the entertainment did you have there with Lieutenant Crunch sending it into 3, trying to get that race win away from Jagboy?
I could definitely see it from way far back where I was, but I could definitely see him drive it in, and he just couldn't make it stick.
Yeah.
But
it was definitely entertaining.
Chat with me, and there was respect to be passed around. So
for sure. I mean, it's the qualifying for the All-Star race, right? So anything goes. I mean, it's exciting. Doc, Gator Mike, please conversate for 2 minutes. I'm going to take myself a break right before we start. I do believe they're qualifying right now, so we're not missing any action. And as soon as they go green, we'll join the action live.
Sounds good. So, Gator.
Well, Doc, have you made your picks for the All-Star race tonight? Who do you think's going to pull out the victory?
I'm telling you, man, it is tough. I mean, I've been talking to Avenged about this for a good 5 minutes, talking his ear off, and I'm looking at all 10 of these guys, and every single one of them has a good shot to win. I mean, as long as they keep their nose clean and stay out of trouble and they position themselves well, use the draft to their advantage, I think any of these guys could take home the win. Obviously I got to go with some of my FBGM guys. I mean, I'm really hoping you already heard in the 1 car, Kevin in the 3. I'm hoping that those two can, or also Big Jim in the 11. But I'm looking at these guys like Killam, Max Boost, Williams, Shadowhawk, K-Bart, I mean, Jagboy too. I mean, he an Xfinity regular with an impressive win there, an impressive Stage 4 win, or basically race win there in the qualifying. I mean, he was quick tonight, and he actually won the qualifying race as well. So, all these guys to me, they can win.
Big Jim and Shadowhawk weren't in the warm-up race, so I don't know what cards they're holding in their hand.
Exactly.
However,
I mean,
I think my 3 favorites are probably going to be the Chevrolets. You already heard the 1 car, the 62 of Max Boost, and the 48 of Captain Killam. I think those are going to be my 3 favorites. With the dark horse being the 2 car of TK270 Kelvin, I think he's got a really fast machine too.
I do. I believe so as well. It was really impressive seeing him there in that first stage. Making the move that he did, especially on the outside. You don't really see that too often. I mean, Charlotte is. It's basically like Texas. I was telling Avenged earlier, it was like Texas, but a lot of these times, or a lot of these tracks, you got to stick it on the bottom and just roll it through the corner and get a good drive off. And he was able to make it work on the outside and made a critical pass to get that stage win. So he's definitely got something for these guys. And like you said, I mean, Big Jim and Shadowhawk, these are 2 guys where they're the biggest question marks. We don't know what they got. We don't know what they're holding. And Captain Killam, Mr. Williams are 2 others that we don't know exactly what they've got in store for some of these guys who have been in the qualifying race. So it's going to be tough, man.
For anyone tuning into my stream, we're just waiting for qualifying to wrap up. You haven't missed any action. So it should be wrapping up here in the next, 2 to 3 minutes, and we'll get into the race.
So excuse me if this has already been asked, but is there any advantage of these 4 stage/race winners moving on to this race over the guys that did not race already, Gator. Do you think, is there any advantage? Was there, a little bit of warm-ups going on? Maybe these guys are coming in cold?
I think there might be a little bit of an advantage. I don't think it's going to be too much. Because the guys who weren't in the showdown for a reason, because they have faster cars. So anybody who went through the warm-up race or the showdown race, I think they're going to have a little bit of an advantage just because they've already warmed up and been on the track and made adjustments to the cars to see what would work and what didn't work. And the Xfinity guys that made it in, Max Boost and Jag Boy, I think it's going to benefit them the most. Because otherwise they wouldn't have made the All-Star race. They had to race their way in. So I think there's a little bit of advantage to doing the showdown race, but I don't think it's going to be enough to determine the winner.
I gotta agree with you. I do think that there is going to be a little bit of an advantage. However, talent is going to rise to the top here. The cream always rises to the top. We already know that. Talking about talent, Max Boost. I know we've referred to him as an Xfinity regular, but realistically, we all know he could be a Cup guy if his schedule permitted so. What do we expect out of him tonight?
Well, like I was talking to Doc while you were on the break, my three favorites for this race are going to be the one of you already heard, the 48 of Captain Killam and the 62 of Max Boost. And with the Darth Force being the 2 of TK270 Kelvin. I think Max Boost is really going to show up tonight, and he's going to be in the front of the pack, the front half of the pack for most of this race, if not all of it. If his schedule permitted, he'd be in Cup. He's really fast. He's close to the Pro League. He's a really good driver, and he's got the talent to win this thing tonight.
For sure, and he showed his talent all year long in the Xfinity Series. He's leading the points by far. I think his win total's up to 4 or 5 now. You would know, Gator. Is that 4?
4?
So he's down there. He's doing his thing. Now, Doc, you run the Xfinity Series. How is it running against Max Boost?
To be honest, man, I love racing against. I mean, a lot of guys might be kind of turned off in the series because, they feel like they got a win taken away from them or stage points taken away from them because they think that Max Boost should be in the Cup Series. But to be honest, man, I love racing against better talent. I love racing against guys who are, basically some of the best in the game. And you don't get better as a driver by driving against guys in pub lobbies. You get better by driving against guys like Max Boost, by driving against guys like Killam, by driving against the best of the best. And so you learn tips and tricks from them. You see what kind of lines they run. You see what kind of setups they run. And you get better and you practice to get yourself better. Because you always feel like, if you're winning all the time, then you think, oh, well, I'm really good, I'm the best. But when you race against a guy like Max Boost, you race against some of these Cup regulars, you realize how much more improvement you have to make. And to me, I think that's what makes racing against him, even though, some wins might get taken away from you, stage wins, stage points might get taken away from you. I feel like it's more valuable, the lessons and the experience and the information you learn from driving against guys with that kind of talent and that kind of speed.
A lot of talent out of that 62 Chevrolet Camaro of Max Boost here tonight. Another Xfinity regular showing off his talent tonight. Jagboy driving in that 10. You've raced against Jagboy just about every race here, Doc. How was it against him? Anyways, we join the lobby.
Yeah, we can go ahead and join in, fellas.
Sure. So, Doc, driving against Jagboy. Any...
He's another one of those guys where, it's fun racing against him. I mean, he's definitely quicker. I've had a lot of good battles, with him, especially I think we had a couple of good instances. But yeah, I mean, he's fun to race against, man. He's a good driver.
Oh, Jagboy definitely showing that he's a good driver here tonight, winning that qualifying race to get to the big show here tonight here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 100 laps, and the winner gets $50 here tonight. Big Jim qualifying on the pole. He's another Xfinity regular showing a lot of speed. He just won at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Brickyard 400. starting on the pole here in the All-Star race. He's shooting for that $50 reward. We are currently loading in, and they have not gone green yet, so you have not... Oh, they have gone green.
Yep, I'm already in. Big Jim's coming around on lap 2, coming down the backstretch in the lead.
Oh, wow, so we're a lap late.
Right behind him.
As we join the action, the 18 of Shadowhawk washes up the track. He's going to lose a lot of spots, followed by that 62 of Max Boost. He followed right behind him. Shadowhawk down into the apron, the 31. That's not 31. Who was that back there?
That is
the 10 of
the wall. 18.
The 10 of Jackboy threw the grass back there. He changed his paint scheme, so you have to excuse me. He's running that Shazam scheme. The one of you already heard now has his sights set on the pole winner, Big Jim, in that 11 machine for Joe Gibbs Racing. You already heard trying to track him down. Now, the stage 1 winner, Kevin, and that 2 genuine draft Miller, I don't know, the throwback scheme running third.
The Miller Line Ford.
But it's a throwback, man. It's the Miller genuine draft.
Shout out to Rusty Wallace.
Yeah, for sure. He didn't have a problem winning races back in the day, that's for sure. As he's all over the back bumper of that one of you already heard as they track down Big Jim, your pole sitter, coming out of 4.
Yep, Shadowhawk right there on the inside. He's going to try to make a move here on Kelvin.
Looks like we've kind of got all sorted out here. Single file. It's been kind of tame so far, but I bet the later this race goes, the intensity is going to ramp up, knowing that there's $50 on the line for the winner of this.
Oh, you got to think that's a guarantee here tonight in the North American eRacing League All-Star Race at Charlotte Motor Speedway, presented by Coca-Cola. Currently, we have our pole winner. He's led every lap this race. Big Jim 11 leading the way. Number 1 of you already heard is running second. Number 2 of Kevin running third. The 18 of Shadowhawk running fourth. And the quote-unquote Xfinity regular Max Boost running fourth. And don't count out that 5th place driver, that 48 of Captain Killam, looking to make some moves.
We've got some pretty good parity between the manufacturers here. First, second, and third are all different. Well, now that the 2's falling back, but we had Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford all in the top 3.
Speaking of top drivers here, Gator, your picks, all 4 of them here running in the top 6 early on.
That's something we kind of talked about during the break. Gator Ford showing up here tonight. 3 out of the 4 possible spots to move on to this All-Star race, all claimed by Fords. The 2 of Kevin, the 41 of K-Bart, and the 10 of Jackboy. Now, the Fords really haven't showed much speed this season.
The 2's in the wall.
Yes, he is, and he's back in the walls. The 48's going to follow that 18 underneath the one of you already heard, as they're going to take those positions away from him. Oh, a little bit of contact between the 62 and the one. The one's in the wall. The 48's going to take that position away. As they all get sorted out.
Yeah, these guys got to get single file. They got to run down that 11. That 11 is all the chaos is ensuing behind him. He's just pulling away.
So a lot of talent here tonight, packed into 10 cars. A 10-car field. That's almost unheard of how small it is for an all-star race. However, we should see a lot of clean, hard racing here tonight, as we've already seen. No caution so far here in Stage 1, as Big Jim, with no draft help, has broke away from the pack. Obviously, draft not a big deal for that 11 Joe Gibbs Racing machine. Now, Gator, you just raced here. How big is the draft?
Well, obviously you can see that if your car's good enough, it's not gonna matter. But for anybody else that's trying to track him down, it does play a little bit of a factor. I don't know that they're going to be able to run him all the way down by drafting like that, just because they got to check up for each other in the middle corner. So we'll see if they can make it work, but it helps a little bit, but it's not going to be a deciding factor.
Well, it doesn't look like they're willing to help each other out with the drafting back there.
18 in the wall.
As the 62 made his way underneath the 18 to take that position away. A little bit of contact in the middle of 3 and 4 there. Now Max Boost makes his way up to second place.
Kill him right behind him in that 48, man. He's another guy we were talking about earlier. Guys who could win this entire thing tonight. He's gonna be a little patient. He's been patient all race. You know, he's been just riding around. You know, that 2 of Kelvin, the 1 of you already heard. You know, obviously the 18 Shadowhawk getting in the wall there, and he's just gonna bide his time behind that 62 of max boost and try to work his way up to taking hopefully that top spot away from Big Jim. But Big Jim, man, he's got a lot of talent. He's still got a sizable lead against both of these guys.
I want to point out that the top 2 drivers right now aren't even Cup regulars in this league. They are both Xfinity regulars, and they are showing up tonight in the All-Star race.
That's what shows you the talent that the NARL has across both series. I mean, Cup and Xfinity. These guys at Xfinity, they're very well deserving of getting Cup rides as well and racing against the cream of the crop of the league, and they're showing it right here.
Yeah, speaking of Xfinity, guys, Jagboy winning that qualifying race over some impressive Cup drivers. It's not like there was no other quality drivers still left in that field. He beat some very good guys, and Lieutenant Crunch and Cobra, just to name a couple. Jagboy showing off his talent there to make the big race.
Lieutenant Crunch and Cobra, I believe, are both in the top 5 of the Cup standings right now. So there are some really good drivers that missed out on this All-Star race tonight. That just shows the wealth of talent that we have and how hard it was to actually get in this race.
For sure. So all that talent packed into 10 drivers here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway, as we are a little bit over halfway here in Stage 1. Now, nothing pays out for Stage 1s, 2, and 3. Reminder, there's 4 stages here in this Coca-Cola 600 All-Star race. But at the end of the race, we have $50 on the line. Now, Gator, I heard something about half of it's a PlayStation card and the other half. Can you go into more detail there?
Yep. I'd like to point out that I'd like to thank Wasted. He pitched in $25 on a PSN card for the winner.
Oh, wow.
And I myself am going to pitch in $25 for, if you want another PSN card, it'll be another PSN card or a gift card of your choice, maybe like the Outback Steakhouse or something. Or I can even Venmo or PayPal $25 cash to the winner. So that's what the other half of this $50 prize is going to be.
Well, there you go. So
the winner's choice.
Real money on the line here tonight in the North American eRacing League. Gator Mike, one of your co-founders, putting up his own money here as we have a 3-way battle for the lead. The 62 of Max Boost and the 48 of Captain Killam has caught up to that 11 machine of Big Jim. Now Max Boost is making his way underneath the 11. Is he going to be able to get to his bumper? He is not. The 48 is going to be on the outside of him as they race side by side down in turn 1. And Big Jim is happy to see them racing against each other because all the pressure was on him there into turn 1. But this battle is not over. Oh, he's letting him go. Looked like he pulled out of the way there and let him go.
Yeah, he slowed up there getting into 3 and Killam's going to take over that spot too. He's going to take P2 with right behind Max Boost.
I wonder if his car's falling off on this longer run. He might have had it set up for a short run and might have to make some adjustments here at the end of Stage 1 to account for that.
No, Doc, that was a little bit peculiar there. I don't ever remember seeing the leader just completely get out of the way for the second and third place car, and a Gator Mike may have a point there. But, Doc, what is your take on that? Why did he let these 2 cars go?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't want to be too racy too early. I mean, obviously the whole goal, the objective of tonight is to win the race, and so I'm thinking that he's just trying to be a little patient. Maybe let these guys go around the outside and just kind of hang back here in third and kind of just stalk these guys and hopefully reel them back in.
It is only lap 18 out of 100, so there's plenty of racing left. He might have just let them go for now and try to get them back in a little bit.
There is a lot of racing left, and now Big Jim has showed that he has speed and that he has the talent, and I'm not saying this is the reason why, but if there was 2 guys to learn from at any track, really, it would be from Max Boost and Captain Killam. Maybe he fell back to third, maybe to learn some new tricks.
Those are the points leaders of both series right now, Captain Killam in Cup and Max Boost in the Xfinity Series. That's why they're out there for a reason.
Yeah, so the 11 of Big Jim staying right on the bumper of that 48 of Captain Killam, who is also on the bumper of that 62. Real close there to making contact off of 4, but they're going to be able to clear each other. Looks like Max Boost is going to retain the lead with the 48 machine all over his back bumper as he's able to hug that bottom a little bit better. He's not able to. Oh, he into the wall. And the 11's going to be
on the inside.
Make his way past the 48, and he cleared him down into 3. The 48 machine is going to have to settle down behind the 11 and reset his sights on the first and second place cars.
I believe this is 3 to go in stage 1.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Gator. I don't really have these guys probably because they don't want to be having lag issues. They're probably not streaming. So
yeah, I've got a Killam stream up right now. Captain Killam in the 48 car, he's streaming, and it's a little bit behind, but I believe we got 3 to go in the stage coming into.
Oh, the 11 sends it into 3. A little bit of contact with the 62 as they're side by side coming to the line. 2 to go here in stage 1. Anything to these 2 point leaders in their respective series. He goes down into 1, trying to clear that 62 off the corner. The 62 is battling back on the outside. Oh, they make contact down the backstretch. The 11 is going to have the preferred lane into 3. The 62 is going to try to make the outside lane work. The 11 makes his way around turn 3 out of 4. He did not clear that 62. The 62 is going to get a run, and the 11 is going to win stage 1 here in your North American eRacing League.
They got 1 to go. They got 1 to go here.
Well, I'll be daggone. I bust my nut early. So they.
The 48 driving in deep.
I apologize for that. It's 48's now side by side with the 62. The 62 is going to sort it out, fall in behind that 11, and it still looks like that 11. Oh, the 62 drove it into 3. Not going to be able to get him. The 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, this
Jim's going to pull off in that 11 car.
And the 11 is going to win stage 1 in your North American eRacing League All-Star race. Oh, I thought the engines were still revved up. I was like, do we have another one to go?
No, we don't.
Yeah, so Big Jim, your Xfinity regular, your legit Xfinity regular, winning stage 1 there, followed by the 48 of Captain Killam. He has 2 or 3 Cup wins this season, followed by the 62 of Max Boost with 4 Xfinity wins. Big Jim leading the way. Any surprises here early on, fellers?
Not really. I didn't know what Big Jim had tonight because he wasn't in the warm-up race, so I wasn't able to see the cards in his hand. But I knew Captain Killam and Max Boost were going to be definitely favorites tonight. And they proved that in stage 1. They worked their way all the way up to the front. And almost pulled it off, but Big Jim's got a fast Toyota.
Yeah, he sure does. I mean, that 11, I was very intrigued and interested there, you know, especially as we were discussing how he kind of let those 2 go past him and conserved a little bit, it seemed, and he was able to run both of them back down and made the move, you know, kind of powered his way back past both of them to get that stage win. So track position is key, and we're going to see if these guys can hang up front.
K-Bar with a great pit stop, restarting 4th.
All right, just to start stage 2, the 62 of Max Boost somehow made his way past the 11 on pit road as he leads the field into 1 in this North American eRacing League All-Star race. He clears the 11 midway through the turn. He's going to be clear off the corner, but the 11 of Big Jim is not done with him yet. The 62 got in the wall a little bit, it looked like on my stream at least. That could not be true.
11's going to dive in here on turn 3. He's going to try to take the lead here, but we're going to see.
Jackboy washes up the track in the back. Looks like he's going to keep it off the wall, though.
So the 11 of Big Jim trying to take the lead back. He says stage 1 is not enough. He wants to win every stage here. That 1 of you already heard. Watch out for him. We know he's fast at just about every track that he goes to. Oh, the 48 up the track.
Oh, we got 4 wide.
4 wide. The 41's involved. The 42's involved. The 10 of Jackboy's involved. The 41's the only one around. They're all going to straighten it out. No caution here. Oh, the 18 into the wall. The 18 hit the 48, the 18, oh, they're all going to straighten, oh, the 48's around out of 4. They're all going to straighten it out, but that 42 was involved a little bit on the inside there, the 18, and who was that? The 3 was involved as well right there in the middle, getting sandwiched.
We're still green flag racing.
In the meantime, the 62 of Max Boost retook the lead away from the 11 as we were yelling at our TVs. He takes the lead here in the North American eRacing League All-Star race. The 42's in the wall back there. The 3 got into him.
3 car drove in there really deep and just put him in the wall. I wonder if that was intentional for something earlier, but he drove in there hard.
Now, remember, the 42 took him 3 wide there a lap ago, and the 3 was stuck in the middle. That might be a little bit there. Now is this the All-Star race? It's just about anything goes here tonight. So look out for some aggressive driving as we are still in stage 2. Now that one machine of you already heard. Go ahead.
Looking back at the replay, that was definitely a little bit of payback from the 3 car on the 42.
Oh, wow. So that might be something to look out for a little bit later on in the race because we still got 2 more stages to go after this. Because remember, the Coca-Cola 600 has 4 stages in totality, 3 stages, and then, of course, your race winner. So, I mean, we're not even halfway through the race yet.
I think the big loser out of all that is going to be K-Bart 20 in the 41 car. It looked like he hit the wall pretty hard. Probably has a lot of damage. I think kill him.
Yeah, about that 48.
Off the wall. So I don't think he's really got much damage, but that 41's probably hurting.
That 48 lost a lot of spots and all that scrum. I don't know what to call it. So
you got basically a 4-pack here up at the front. You got 62 of Max Boost, the 11 of Big Jim's just stalking them, and then you got the 1 of you already heard, and then also that 2, that Miller Genuine Draft, that wild card pick of Gators. He's making his way up towards the front of the field. So, all these guys are pretty spread out, but they're going to bunch up here soon enough.
Yeah, 11 of Big Jim is not letting that 62 of Max Boost get away from him as they go down the backstretch. Big Jim giving it all that he has here tonight. How many laps do we have left there, Doc or Gator?
Looks like we've got about 17 left in stage 2.
Yeah, about 16, 17.
Okay. Gator, you would be the correct person to ask for this. What percentage, as far as wear, did we set for this race?
We are on 2 times wear. I don't know that they're probably not going to have to pit in any of the stages, but it's definitely going to play a factor because your tires are going to wear, and depending on what kind of setup you put in your car, it's going to make your car faster or slower on the worn tires. So there's a little bit of strategy involved.
The 11 of Big Jim goes down inside of that 62. He's not done yet. Anybody who thought the 62 was going to drive off here, Big Jim has other ideas for you as he is at his door across the start-finish line. Going into 1, Max Boost clears him. And he's going to be able to make his way around turn 1, still in the lead. Much to the pleasure of the big fan that we have in the comments section for Max Boost, Matt Hartman. Calling out Max Boost anytime he makes a move. I'm sure he's glad to see that move right there.
We've got some fresh faces hanging in the back of this pack here with you already heard TK270 Kelvin in the 2 car. They're kind of just latched onto the back and just riding around at the moment.
Yeah, they're bunching up though now. They've all caught each other, so we're gonna see if any of these guys try to work together. See if some of these manufacturers, if both Chevys hook up or these 2 FBGM guys hook up. We don't know, but we'll have to see how this all plays out. But all 4 of these guys are definitely in the hunt here for a stage 2 victory.
Now, Doc, we already know this is a 25% race, 2 times wear. Now, usually that's a little bit off of our average. What we usually run is a 50% race, 2 times wear. Are tires going to come into play here tonight? Now, we already heard Gator say that they will. How much will they come into play, if any at all, here being a 25% race?
Well, I mean, definitely. I mean, after seeing that wreck and no caution being thrown, I mean, these guys are definitely going to be starting to get really loose, especially off corner exit. And even on corner entry, I've noticed that when you go into 1 and 3 at this track, I mean, you can definitely have that back end kind of slide around and kick out on you. So, as Gator said, I mean, the tires they're definitely going to play a massive role tonight. But with all these guys here in the top 4, I think all 4 of them have got their cars pretty trimmed out to where they've made their adjustments after that stage 1 pit stop, and they've hopefully probably bumped up the tire pressure a little bit. And
Max mistake off of turn 4.
Yeah, Big Jim's going to go underneath him. He's going to take that lead going into 1.
You already heard he's going to make a move as well for 2nd place.
Yeah.
So Big Jim resumes his lead down the backstretch, and the 2 of Kevin is pushing that 1 machine aggressively down the backstretch to get past that 62, who falls to 4th place. Now, we heard in the previous broadcast there, Doc, you compared Charlotte to Texas. Now, when we were at Texas, we coined the phrase, well, should I be more specific? Mr. Williams coined the phrase off a turn 4, the Texas bite. Is there a so-called Charlotte bite here tonight?
From personal experience, I don't think it's as bad as Texas. But it's definitely, like I said, it's very similar to that track. I mean, the track is basically laid out fairly similarly. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see how these guys, race around each other, how competitive they get, especially sending it in off or not. But as you just saw here, I mean, just one mistake, just getting loose a little bit in the corner, I mean, it can make a massive difference. And the 2 actually just got in the wall a little bit. It looked like going in the 3.
But he skipped it, lost a little momentum.
Yeah, just as the 62 is going to go under him, but just a little slight mistake here or there can go it could take you from first all the way down to 4th, as you saw there with Max Boost. But he's got a fast car. He's going to battle his way back as he's on the inside of the 2 here, going into the backstretch.
Yeah, the 2 of Kevin did. He got a little bit up the track, shall I say, and got in that outside of the preferred lane. He fell 2 spots. Now, Gator, going back to the Texas comment, do you run Charlotte any different than you do Texas, or do you attack the 2 tracks the same? As you already heard, it's going for the lead. Excuse me. As we'll hold off on that story for a little bit. The new leader, Joe, in that number 1 machine. You already heard, but Max Boost is going to make his way down inside, denying. You already heard for that first lap lead of the night. Max Boost is going to take the lead here, going into 3, coming out of 4. Kevin trying to follow that 62, trying to take away P2 as the 1 is not clear to get down. And the 62 of Max Boost resumes the lead.
Back out front with an impressive move. He took advantage of the 1 car's move on the 11 and moved his way back up front.
Yeah, very impressively. They're coming up on a lap car here of the 41 of K-Bart. Now,
injured, wounded car of the K-Bart.
As he lets them all go. Big Jim is going to stay behind that 2 machine. Now, Gator, do you attack this track the same as Texas?
This track, it used to be more similar to Texas, but now that Texas has been reconfigured a little bit, they're slightly different. Texas has a wider and flatter turn 1 and 2. Turn 4 is still very similar. However, on this game, the exit of turn 4 on Texas is very tricky. It can kind of be the same here at Charlotte, but for a completely different reason. At Texas, it's got like a banking issue coming out of turn 4, where if you straddle it, it slings your car sideways a little bit. On Charlotte here, it's the apron. The apron is very inviting. You can hit it very easily, and it's going to shoot you right up the track in turn 4, which I think happened to Max. I think he caught that in turn 4, and that's why he slid back to 4th.
All right, so he did slip back to 4th, but he is back in the lead. How many laps left do we have to go, fellers?
I was just going to say, we got about 3 to go, I believe, here.
Yep.
3 to go. Is it 3 at the line or 2 at the line?
2 at the line.
So 2 to go here, Charlotte Motor Speedway in our second stage in the North American eRacing League. Max Boost leads the pack down into 1. You already heard in that 1 machine right on his bumper. He's going to try to take away stage 2 from him. Big Jim in that 11, he's led a lot of laps tonight, currently running 3rd. And the 2 of Kevin, he had to qualify his way into this race, winning stage 1 to make the race. He's currently running P4 as they go around turn 4, heading back to the line for 1 to go here in stage 2.
Think Joe's going to be able to capitalize here? Or do you think he's going to settle for 2nd place? I don't think he's going to settle for 2nd place.
Joe has shown he's been patient all season long. Just about every race that I broadcast besides Las Vegas there at the end, he's been pretty patient. So I think he knows that it's stage 2, and I think he's going to stay behind him here. But we'll see as Max Boost comes into 3, coming into 4 here on the exit of 4. It looks like everybody's going to hold the same. Kevin up to P3 here. The 62 of Max Boost going to win stage 2 in your All-Star race. Who finished 5th? Can you tell? You already heard in 2nd. Kevin in 3rd. Big Jim in 4th. Who finished 5th?
I want to say it was the 18 of Shadowhawk, but I could be mistaken.
I can't tell by the time I'd circle around. Yeah, it looks like it is the 18 of Shadowhawk. Not that stage points are awarded tonight, but if it was, Shadowhawk getting that last stage point. All right, so we've seen 2 stages of exciting racing here tonight, all for $50. There's money on the line. There's still 2 more stages to go. A lot of racing left to go, a lot more aggression here to go. You got to think these guys are going to pump it up a little bit. What should we expect here in Stage 3, Doc?
To be honest, I'm thinking that a guy who got caught in a little bit of a wreck there in Stage 2 is going to make his way up to the front. And it's going to be really interesting if that 48 can get himself a stage win here in Stage 3. He caught a little bad luck, finished 8th in that second stage, but don't count out kill him in that 48. And it'll also be interesting what kind of pitch strategies these guys run with here at the end of Stage 2 to hopefully improve their track position, as we've seen that it's been key all night long. And also see if these guys try to be a little risky, maybe go a little bit loose to get a little bit quicker car in the later runs here as we progress through the rest of this race.
Just a little bit of note, something to note, KBAR 20 got the free pass, so all 10 cars are still on the lead lap.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and start Stage 3, and it looks like Max Boost is going to go right in front of that one car of You Already Heard on the outside off the backstretch as they go into Turn 3. As they're all bunched up here trying to race for position. Some of these guys are...
back a little bit. I'm going to go watch the 3 car and the 42 to see if there's any more residual fireworks.
Yeah, definitely just keep an eye on that. I will say, somebody that we have not called their name all night, that 42 machine of Mr. Williams, do not let him get out front late in this race. I'll tell you what, he will make that car 3 cars wide, as he is our Ryan Newman of the league, shall I say.
There's 3 distinct lanes going down the backstretch. Mr. Williams, this car would be 4 lanes wide.
Even on the infield grass, right?
Yeah, don't let him get to the front. Just don't let him get there, and you got no problems. But don't let him get to the front. All right, so here we go. Max Boost leading the field out of 2 as Kevin's making a move on the 1 machine. Kevin making his way to P2.
Max Boost out front, 2 by 2 behind him.
Kevin's been fast here all night. Now, somebody that we haven't talked about tonight as well, Shadowhawk, making his way to P3, making his way around that 1 machine. Have you already heard? The 3 of Keenitz, who has been your
Keenitz 22 following him through.
Your fan vote here to get into the All-Star race. The 3 of Keenitz, Kevin 2, making his way to P4.
Place.
Yeah, he's making a run, man. Some of these guys, some of the modifications they made after that Stage 2 pit stop, it could serve them really well, and you're seeing that right now in that 3 machine.
Oh, the 42 hits the apron a little bit. The 41's going to make his way around him. Now, I got to say, I think FBGM had a little bit to do with Keenitz winning that most popular vote. Am I wrong, Doc?
I have no say in that. I have absolutely no intel or information.
Doc.
Why?
Doc.
And I actually didn't put a vote in. I did not vote. I was too busy, and I was a slacker and didn't get it done. But he won anyway, so I guess that's what counts.
Either way, he won.
His FBGM teammates vote. He still won. I'm a little salty over it because he beat me out. I would have been in this race, but I probably wouldn't have been much of a factor anyway.
Oh, Shadowhawk making his way to second. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I probably wouldn't have been much of a factor anyways. But Keenitz has moved up, and he's starting to put on a good showing here in Stage 3.
Well, Keenitz is one of those drivers that if the race goes clean and it goes green and he does not get any contact, he's one of those guys that can show that he's fast. However, it seems like he is always in the middle of contact or controversy, either of his fault or not. It just always seems like he gets caught up in it as the 48 of Captain Killen makes his way around him, putting Keenitz back at P6 or 7.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest issue, especially at this track. I mean, it's like I said, it's all about track position, and some of these guys, like Max Boost and Shadowhawk and You Already Heard, they make their way up to the front and they avoid all that chaos. But when you're P5 on back, you're racing against a lot of guys 2 wide, 3 wide, and sometimes even 4 wide, especially it gets aggressive at racetracks like these. And there's a lot of beating and banging, and you lose a lot of track position to the leader because of it. And that's probably the reason why K. Keenitz has been finding himself in a lot of those precarious positions.
I just want to point out somebody that's in the back. Jagboy's been riding back there most of this race. Do you think that's by design? Maybe he's waiting maybe
I
he's
think
waiting
he
for the
is.
final stage to make his move? Or
That's a great point, Gator. I think that Jag Boy is being extremely patient. He's being very smart because we saw him in the qualifying race for the qualifying to get into this big show race, and he definitely had the speed. He was showing fast speed. He had the fastest car in qualifying. He also won the race, won stage 4. So I think he's just feeling things out. He's just taking it easy back there, letting all these other guys get caught up in things, and he's just seeing what his car can do on these longer runs. And you never know. You can't count out him or any of these other guys, that are P7 on back because they're just biding their time. They're being patient because all that matters is getting that checkered flag.
There's only one position that pays real money here tonight, and that's P1 at the end of the race. Now, to play a little bit of devil's advocate, there's a lot of a different talent level. Now, that's not shade at Lieutenant Crunch or Cobra or those other guys that were in that qualifying race, but maybe the talent differential is playing a role here for that Jag Boy running almost last.
Jack Boy put himself in that showdown race in the right spot at the right time, and he was able to hold off Crunch all the way to the end. Cobra ran into some trouble, I believe, in the showdown race, and that's why he kind of fell back. But he's worthy of being here.
Oh, the ones in the wall back there. Oh, it was at the 3. Keenan makes his way past with the 41, who just got the lucky dog there at the end of stage 2. Or stage 2 makes his way past him as well. Now, Jag Boy definitely is fast, and don't get me wrong, a ton of talent in Captain Killam, a ton of talent. Who was running that 43 in that qualifying race. But man, there's a lot of talent here tonight in these 10 cars and this North American eRacing League All-Star race. It looks like the 2-car breakaway here as Max Boost is still leading with Shadowhawk right over the back bumper as they head into 1. Looks like Shadowhawk is going to maintain his spot. P2 right behind Max Boost coming down the backstretch. How many laps to go would we have here in stage 3?
I was literally just about to say, we got 10 to go right now. They're going to 9 at the line.
So 9 to go here in stage 3. Now, just a reminder, there are technically 4 stages here. 4 stages here at Charlotte Motor Speedway and this Coca-Cola 600. So this is not for the race. 9 to go here in stage 3. We still have a whole nother stage, and I'm assuming, because that's how it is on every other track, the last stage is the longest stage. So we still got a lot of racing to go.
Actually, there are 4 equal stages for the Charlotte races.
Fair enough.
So it should be about 22 laps like the rest of them.
Fair enough. So 100 laps total here tonight. And once you tick off those caution laps, like Gator just said, 22 to 23 more laps to go after this stage. So we still got plenty of racing left to go after this stage 3 finish. Max Boost currently leads over Shadowhawk. Shadowhawk's trying a little bit of a different line there going into 1 and 2, trying to make up some time on Max Boost, seeing where he could beat him. He got a little bit of run down the backstretch. Is the high line here viable, Doc?
It is if you got a partner. I mean, if you got the speed, and some of these guys get a little bit too precarious on that apron, and they get a little bit loose. I mean, that outside line can definitely work. But obviously, the preferred line is low. But I mean, you saw it earlier with Kelvin. You saw it with that 2-car getting that stage 1 win in the qual race. These guys, they can all make that top line work if they can get a partner to help push them to the lead.
I think the high line is more beneficial in 3 and 4 than it is in 1 and 2.
I couldn't agree more, Gator.
I think you can get a really good run coming off of turn 4 going high if you got somebody beneath you, but in 1 and 2, it's almost low line only. But,
Big Jim makes his way around Kevin. I'm sorry, go ahead, Gator.
Going back to the stage lengths, you are correct. Most tracks, the final stage is twice as long as the first 2 stages, but because the Charlotte race has 3 stages instead of 2, that's why it's split up into 4 equal parts. Just wanted to explain that for any viewers.
Well, there you go. We have our longest race of the season if they were all run at equal lengths. The Coca-Cola 600 miles around Charlotte Motor Speedway, which is 1.5 miles long. So 600 miles divided by 1.5, 400 laps. So if we're running 25%, if you can let me finish. No, I'm just kidding. So if we run 1/4 of the total laps, that is There you go. So 100 laps around here in this all-star race. The 62 of Max Boost and that Brendan Gaughan machine, that Chevrolet Camaro, currently leads the Joe Gibbs Racing number 18 Shadowhawk Toyota Camry around 1 and 2. I believe we have about 4 or 5 laps here to go. I wish I had a ticker. Thanks, 704 Games.
We've got 4 to go right now.
It's 3 at the line, or?
The All-Star race, but on Thursday, the Cup regulars will be revisiting this track for our Coca-Cola 600. It'll be 200 laps around this track.
Oh, so we're running 50%. You should have put it on 100.
We got a good battle between third through sixth right now. As you've got Big Jim, Kelvin, Captain Killam made his way up through the field. He's in 5th right now, and then right behind him is Katie Barton at 41. He got that.
Those top 2 cars are gone.
Oh yeah, they've set sail.
They've definitely pulled away. As we have, is it 3 laps to go here at the line?
I believe. Yep.
So 3 to go here at the line for stage 3. Now we have a whole another 22, 23 laps to go after the stage is over.
It's actually 2 to go. I made a mistake there. There's going to be 2 to go here at the line.
2 to go here at the line. Now, if you're the 18 of Shadowhawk, you're all over the back bumper of the 62. Do you make a move now and be aggressive to show that you can do it, or do you just fall behind him here, Gator?
Right now, I'd probably make a move on him because I want that inside lane on the final restart of the night. Barring there's no more cautions.
Now, Doc, that's a very good point. Do you go ahead and make that move to get the inside lane here on the stage 4 restart, or do you just fall behind him?
Most definitely. I think that inside line off the restart, you saw it earlier with Max Boost in that 62. He was able to clear, you already heard there on the top line, quite easily coming out of 2. And he was able to really kind of get through the field, and then 18 followed underneath. He was also on that low line, I believe, and he was able to take advantage of it. And now that's why both of those 2 guys here are racing each other here for a stage win as they get they're neck to neck going for a stage win right here.
And they are, as Max Boost makes his way off of 4. The 18 dives down below the apron, but he's not going to be able to get to him. Max Boost, Stage 3 winner here in your North American eRacing League All-Star race. The 18 of Shadowhawk finishes 3rd. Who ended up getting 4th there? The 48 of Captain Kilm running 5th. Or running 4th is Big Jim of the 11. Running 5th is the 2 car of Kevin. The 41 who just took the lucky dog there out of Stage 2. The 41 of K-Bart running 5th or 6th. I don't know.
Seeing some of these guys, they took advantage of some of the mistakes that some of the guys that started in front of them made, and they were able to take advantage of it, and now they got some decent track position. It'll be interesting to see what kind of modifications these guys make as they have one last trip down pit road to see if they can put themselves in a position to take home the $50 tonight.
Let's see who comes out of the pits in the lead, if Max can hold it off, because that's going to be massive going into Stage 3. He's going to come out of Turn 2 probably with the lead, barring any sort of catastrophe. And he does maintain his top spot.
So track position definitely big here as we come down to our final 22 or 23 laps to go in the race for those $50, $25 in that PlayStation gift card, the other $25 of your choosing as a Max Boost and that 62 Chevrolet Camaro clears the 18 going into 1. The 18 all over his back bumper. Let's see if he has anything out of 2.
Oh, the 2 in the wall, hard in the back.
So he's going to be able to collect it. No caution. So we haven't had any...
Making a move.
We haven't had any cautions here tonight besides the stage breaks as the 18 of Shadowhawk making his way past the 62. The 48 is going to follow him back there as they're going to try to get the train going. And Big Jim 11. Big Jim in the 11 is going to try to continue that train as he also makes his way past the 62. Wow, so he went from 1st to 4th in 1 lap.
Wow, the 18 definitely pulled a move on him down the backstretch and got track position on him.
And the 48's down inside of the 18. He's going to make that save. Oh, the contact. The 11 of Big Jim's making it 3 wide. 48 up the track. He's going to be able to hold off the 11. Can he clear this 18 as they are side by side as they come down to the front stretch? They are still door to door as they make their way into 1. The 48 with the preferred line. The 11 of Big Jim's going to try to follow that 48 down below the 18, and he does. The 62. Back into P3 there. He lost a lot of spots to 3. Keenitz, who won. He's only in this race because of the fan vote. The one of you already heard also taking advantage of that 18. Wow. So 1 mistake, and he's back at P5.
Intensity has ramped up, boys. It is money time.
Oh, it sure is. These are the money laps, and they're just ticking. And kill him, man. Going from 10th all the way to 1st after stage 2.
The 11 of Big Jim out of the groove. 62 of Max Boost is going to take advantage, and the 3 is going to try to follow him.
Yeah, Kane is making his presence felt right at the end of this race.
Yeah, that 3 machine, he needs to just stay on that low line and just keep staying in the draft of Max Boost here. I mean, he's making his move. He's up to P3 now. Just got to be patient a little bit. Just keep yourself in a good position and be able to chase down, kill him.
The intensity's definitely picked up here. We're in our final stage. The final 20 laps here for $50. 50 real dollars. 50 US dollars here tonight in the North American eRacing League All-Star Races. 48 cuts the draft down the backstretch. That 62 of Max Boost is trying to hunt down that 48.
3 washes up a little bit as Big Jim in the 11 is going to try to take advantage here for P3.
So here we go, Captain Killam, who has not led any laps, unless I'm mistaken, here tonight.
Contact.
The 3's in the wall. The 1's going to try to take advantage and get down below the 11, and he is. He's going to try to make the pass here. It's the 41. It's going to push him down the backstretch. Yeah, that 18 of Shadowhawk, your stage 3. Did he win stage 3? I forgot already. Sorry.
Max Boost won stage 3.
Max Boost hit Max Boost.
So here comes.
Third on back. They need to get this sorted out quickly, or those top 2 cars are going to run away with it.
Yeah, it's going to be a $50 race between 2 horses here with the 62 and the 48, as both of them are just starting to gain more and more, or put more and more distance on P3 on back.
Hey, Doc Shocks, you remember those 3 drivers that I shouted out as my favorites?
I told you, man, all of them have been towards the front.
They're in the top 3.
Oh, Max Boost got a huge run out of 4. He's going to have the run on the 48. Let's see what he does here. Looks like he's going to stay behind him as he's going to stay patient going into 1. K-Bart making his way to P3. The 18 of Shadowhawk going to look. It doesn't look like he's going to get him. He's going to push that 41 down the back. Oh, contact between the 18 and the 1. Looks like they're going to be able to sort each other out. Once again, no cautions here tonight except for the stage breaks.
And these guys in 1st and 2nd, both Max Boost and Killam, are loving it. They're looking in the rear view and seeing these guys bounce off each other, and they're just thinking, keep going, guys. I mean, we're just going to keep putting more and more distance on you, and we're going to make it a 2-car race, as they've got a fairly sizable lead here going into 1.
Oh, you got to think they love it. As the 18 got up the track, the 11 of Big Jim's going to take that position away from him. Now the 41 and the 1 and the 18, the 11 are all battling pretty hard here, but for the lead, we have that 48 and that 62 machine still back. As the 1 of you already heard is trying to make it past the 41 of K-Bar here. The 11 and the 18's pushing.
I thought Max Boost was going to make a move there to the inside off of 4, but he tucked right back in line, right behind Killam. And
K-Bar in the wall.
Oh yeah, he's going to fall back. It looks like K. Keenitz and Kelvin are both going to gain some ground on him here.
I think that's going to be the end of it for K-Bar.
A lot of great racing back here, but I don't want to get off of 1 and 2 because Max Boost is all over Captain Killam. But as I come back here to Shadowhawk, he takes away P4 away from you already heard. He's got his sights set on the 11. And now that 10, we got a car through the grass. It's the 3 of Keenitz. He's around. He's going to barely miss that 42. It's a single car incident. Probably no caution here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Now, a car that we talked about a little bit early on in the race, you guys saw he was maybe lagging back a little bit. That 10 of Jackboy, currently running P6. He's entered this battle for P3.
I think he needed to be a little bit more aggressive, though. I mean, starting back there, with track position at a disadvantage, now he's got his work cut out for him. I mean, these 2 guys at the front with Killam and Max Boost, these guys have just put an immense lead, rather, on the entire field.
Yeah, I think it's going to be too little too late for Jackboy. I think he waited a little too long to make his move, but
yeah,
who knows? We may get one of those phantom NASCAR cautions at the end here and bunch them all back up.
Yeah, you just might. P3 on back need it. They're praying for a caution because these 2 guys are. It's a $50 race between the 48 and the 62.
They just might. And speaking of Jackboy, it may be a little bit too late, but he is up to P4 here. Jackboy, he may have been lagging behind there, saving his car a little bit, as he is now running P4 with. How many laps left do we have here in the race?
We've got about 10 to go.
10 to go.
Oh wow! So things are starting to get aggressive. I don't know what other word you want me to call it. The 48 Captain Kill him. He hasn't led any 9 to go here as he crosses the line. He hasn't led any laps here tonight until the stage 4. Now Max Boost, he won your stage 3. He wants to get back out in the lead and win stage 4, which will reward him that $50 from the North American eRacing League, $25 in the PlayStation gift card, $25 of his choosing.
I'm trying to get this stream synced up, but I believe this is actually 9 to go right here.
9 to go at the line here?
Yeah, the stream is caught up, so I believe it's 9 to go right here at the line.
Yes.
All right, so 9 to go here for $50. No points awarded here tonight, but $50 awarded by the North American eRacing League to the winner of this race. Now, we had a qualifying race here earlier tonight where four cars qualified for this race. So, I mean, this is the cream of the crop. This is the best talent on eRacing, period. I mean, on NASCAR Heat 4, I mean, this is where the talent is at. And Captain Kill'em did not have to race in that qualifying race. He's currently leading the way. Max Boost won stage 3 of that qualifying race, which qualified him for this all-star race. Currently running P2 all over the back bumper of that 48. Captain Kill'em as they head into 3. 8 to go here at the line. You got to think for $50, Max Boost is going to make an aggressive... Oh, the 48's into the wall! Massive mistake as the 62 makes his way past the 48. Now that 48 is going to have to recompose himself and set his sights back on the 62. Now, Doc, you just led so many laps and you made a mistake. How do you come back and pass this car?
Well, Kill'em knows how to be patient, and he's just gonna, take that little error, that little mistake that he made off of 4 there, and he's just gonna reel Max Boost in. He's just gonna be really calm.
That put on his car though.
7 to go.
He might, but I don't think it's gonna affect him that much. He's still in the draft of Max Boost, and I think that he's still gonna be able to make his way back up to his back bumper. But he's just got to be calm. He's got to make sure that he doesn't overdrive it here with, about 7 to go here. And I was actually going to ask you, Gator, as Kill'em was leading, as a driver, especially in the Cup Series and racing in the qualifying race, when do you make your move as a second-place driver if you're Kill'em right now?
6 to go.
I was just thinking the same thing as Max was riding behind Kill'em. I think he was just riding, to be honest with you. He was waiting for probably the last lap or two to make his move. Look, he seemed pretty content. He hadn't tried to get around Kill'em for the last 10 laps.
Now, does that mistake actually help Kill'em, though? Does that mistake actually put him in the catbird seat sitting P2 if he can be able to catch up here in the draft so he can actually make a move and kind of pick his spot?
Kill'em's kind of dropping off here a little bit.
You're right.
His car might have some damage on it.
Besides Max Boost, there's, as we come to 5 to go here in the All-Star race, besides Max Boost, the happiest person here to see that mistake made by Captain Kill'em has to be his biggest fan, Matt Hartman, going crazy in the comment sections. He's so excited that Max Boost is sitting here at 4 to go here in the All-Star race. Max Boost must owe him money or something, and he knows that he's about to get some. 4 to go here in the All-Star race.
Max is about to take Matt out to dinner with this $25 gift card.
So when you get a message, say, go ahead and put it on Red Lobster.
You love to see it.
You already know.
I was really hoping you already heard was going to take me out to dinner tonight, but unfortunately that ain't going to happen.
As he rounds 3 and 4.
They got to get a caution, man. I'm hoping that one can gather it up here and find a way to the front, but it looks like Max Boost, like you said, Gator. That 48 hitting the wall, that really hurt him, and now, with the laps dwindling, I don't think there's going to be enough time unless there's a caution.
It's not over till it's over, but Max is definitely pulling his lead here, and I believe we're on 2 to go as well.
Is it 2? Is it 2 at the line, or are we 2 right now?
No, we're coming to 1.
Oh, okay, so I was a lap behind there, and it looks like he is going to take off and just go ahead and win this all-star race. The 48, to your point, Gator, may have took some damage there with that contact with the outside wall because it looks like he's falling back here. Max Boost, 1 to go, presented by Credit One Bank. He's racing for 50 real United States dollars here tonight as he enters turn 1, coming out of turn 2 with about a 4 or 5 car lead over second place. It looks like he's going to set it on cruise control as he enters into turn 3. They've raced 100 laps here tonight. Max Boost had to qualify his way into the race tonight. Did so, led the most laps tonight as he crosses the finish line, wins $50. And it's a North American eRacing League All-Star race presented by Coca-Cola.
Your all-star champion for the inaugural NARL All-Star race is Max Boost in a spectacular race tonight, fellas.
No doubt about it, Gator. It was definitely a pleasure, having you in the booth. I hope we get you in the booth more often too.
I don't make my appearances very often. They're kind of here and there. I like to make them feel special,
Matt Hartman, stick around, man. We're going to get Max Boost here in the lobby. We're going to interview him. But Matt Hartman said, I'm getting Red Lobster tonight. Give him a couple days. Give him a couple days to get that gift card set off there. All right, hold on. All right, let me get Max Boost set. Go ahead, and Gator and Doc, go ahead talk about the race as I invite our race leader in here. Race winner.
The only reason these guys were able to, get up front was they took advantage of the minor mistakes that some of these other guys had in front of them, and they were able to use that to their advantage, using that low line to get themselves up through the field. And so, obviously, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to race due to my current schedule and workload, but I'll hopefully be able to take that into next season and use that hopefully to my advantage at Charlotte. Next year. Hopefully I can get into an All-Star.
Definitely sad to hear there, Doc Shocks. However, we have our race winner and our $50 winner, Max Boost, here in the lobby for his race-winning interview. Max Boost, how you feeling, bud?
Yeah!
There it is.
Well, fair enough.
So pumped.
Fair enough. Look, Max, you had to race your way into the race tonight. Now, you didn't win stage 1 or 2 in the qualifying race. How nervous were you to even make this race tonight, much less win it?
Honestly, man, I didn't think I was going to make the race. These are the fastest guys around, and I mean, I was just happy to be even able to give it a shot. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even think I would go and win the whole damn thing. I'm speechless. This is incredible.
Well, you definitely gave it a shot, and you definitely beat the best of the best here tonight in the North American eRacing League All-Star race. You and Captain Killen went at it side by side, lap after lap, and then he made that crucial mistake. What was going through your mind as you saw him hit the wall?
Honestly, I was just riding behind him, saving my tires, just waiting for either him to make that mistake or just set up a pass. My car was excellent off 2, so I know I could get a huge run, and I was just going to send it into 3 and on the last lap and see what happens. But he slipped up, and I just took advantage. We rubbed doors all the way down the front stretch, it felt like, and I thought we were going to wreck, but I was able to get the lead, and just, man, those are the longest last 7 laps of my life.
Well, you definitely got the lead, and you never gave it up. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Matt Hartman, your biggest fan. Your biggest fan here in the comment section tonight. Now, he has already commented that he wants that other $25 that's not going to a PlayStation gift card. He wants those $25 to go to a Red Lobster gift card, and you're going to have to take him out. Now, how do you feel about that?
I'm going to take him out to dinner, and he can get whatever he wants, man.
Look, no McDonald's. No McDonald's.
No, he's getting Wendy's. No,
oh, God. No Wendy's. Not Wendy's. God, no Wendy's.
I already bought him Wendy's for lunch today. It's fine. But you know what? Like, shout out to Quick Lane and all the guys at my work who were all supportive, and Matt for watching everything. I really appreciate that. And before the race, I told everybody, I was like, you know what? If I win this thing, I'm going to buy everybody pizza on Friday. And,
there you go.
Stay true to my promise.
So Pizza Hut gift card it is, or maybe even Domino's. Doc Shocks, any questions for our race winner?
I mean, what he answered one of them. I was going to ask him as far as what his strategy was as the laps were dwindling towards the end of the race, when he was going to make his move on Kilmer, what was going through his head, and obviously he said it. But Man, how are you able to just be so calm and have the composure to just kind of hang back? I saw you slip up a little bit there earlier in the race. You end up going from first to fourth, but you were still able to find your way back up to the front of the field. How are you able to keep your composure and find your way up to the front all the time, it seems?
Oh man, I can tell you my composure was not there with those last 18 laps. I muted my mic, I was shaking, the dogs and cats were fighting, and I'm just trying to tune them out and just wheeling this thing. It's sideways off the corners, man. I don't even know. I'm speechless. I have no idea, honestly. Like I just luck at this point, man. I don't know.
Well, you're definitely
look composed, man.
Well, you're definitely humble in your dominance, and I think that's something that everybody can appreciate. Now, Gator Mike, the co-owner of the league, any questions to ask our All-Star Race winner?
Max, I don't really have a question for you, but I would like to say that you just beat 9 of the best of the other drivers in this league, and you, head-to-head, you just took down the Cup points leader, who's won 2 or 3 Cup races this season. So I want to say congrats to you. You've got $50 coming your way, 25 of which is a PSN card, and then 25 is going to be of your choosing. Any sort of a gift card or Venmo or PayPal on Friday, I'll send that out. And I just want to say congrats to you for winning the inaugural NARL All-Star Race tonight.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for inviting me to this league. This has been, I don't know how long I've been racing with you guys now. It's been like 2 months, but it's been so much fun every time. It's been organized. It's been excellent. You guys are so welcoming, and you know what? I'm just thankful for you guys to give me this opportunity. And you know what? That 48 car, that 11 car, the 3, the 18. I mean, everybody was just impossible to clear, man. Oh my gosh, you guys are right. These are the best of the best. Thank you. That's all I gotta say, man. It's just thank you.
All right, well, Max Boost definitely gracious in victory, much less defeat. Now, I feel like you already did, but anybody you want to shout out here? Maybe Matt Hartman.
Yeah, you know what? Everybody go follow Matt Hartman on Twitter, Matty Ice, or whatever his Twitter handle is. I don't know. He's a good friend of mine, and you know what? He's been supportive, and I appreciate that. So you know what? Shout out to him. Shout out to the Quick Lane guys, everybody at my work, and shout out to you guys for excellent commentary. I'm going to be watching this race for the rest of the night, and shout out to Gator Mike and everybody in the crew. It's just been, you guys made a dream come true. This has been a blast.
Well, it's been definitely great to have you here. Now, Matt Hartman, specifically, because I know you're still here, you just commented. If you thought that was exciting, watch Max Boost run this track again against the Xfinity guys, which includes Big Jim, who was here tonight. 5, same place. Well, not the same time, because we had a different start time tonight. But go ahead and come on back here at 8:45 Wednesday and see if Max Boost can repeat as winner, as he already leads the Xfinity points. Let's see if he can extend that lead. So we go ahead and end this.